Hi guys, in continuation of my sharing my own experiences, observation, meditation, and studied references, I would like to share with you another particular observation that I have made in my lifetime. There is a Bhagavad Gita shloka in which it is said, there is a tree whose roots are upside and the branches and leaves are below. Let us not go into detail about this particular shloka because it is very spiritual. But otherwise, I have a gut feeling that this thing is applicable in many cases of the material world also. I'll give you an example. This body of ours, the etheric and the gross body of ours, is made up of 5 elements: ether, air, fire, water, and earth. Whereas ether is mainly in the etheric body, the air, fire, water, and earth come out of this ether. Like from ether comes air, from air comes fire, from fire comes water, and from water comes earth. Now, of the 4 items in the end, which form the complete gross body, air can be felt but not seen. Fire, water, and earth can be felt as well as seen. In this gross human body or any body of animals or human beings, the main thing is the brain. This brain is in the head, and that is why it is given that much importance. The conduit between the head and the gross body is the neck. Okay? Now, you must have heard many a time that some complications in your body caused complications in the brain. You tend to believe that, and the medical fraternity supports this also. However, I have a gut feeling that things are not as gross and easily understandable as what has been said. It is quite subtle and something which has to be thought about, masticated on, and every living entity should come out with his or her theory in this matter. We will appreciate that the brain controls the body. That means that the real computer of this complete body of any living entity is in the brain. It is the software and the hardware and the combination and permutation of the two that makes this body run. That is why they say decapitated. Capitate. Cap means head. When the head is removed from the body, the body invariably dies. That is the programming of the trillions of cells in the brain. So, anything that happens in this gross body is caused by vibrations from the brain and not the other way around. This one should remember all the time. In some cases, you can explain a particular situation, but in other cases, you are not able to explain why a particular thing happened in the gross body. Now, there is something called the ether, that is the first element of the five. This ether is quite complicated. People, especially scientists from medical side as well as other scientific sides, are still trying to understand this particular complicated matter called ether, which is infinite in size. I have a gut feeling that some vibration or transmission from the ether of electrodes and lifetones into this fertile brain triggers off some reaction or opposite reaction in the brain that causes the disturbance in the gross body. This we must remember. As they say, there was blood pressure in the body which affected the brain. No, it was the brain which started the blood pressure in the first place, and that was transmitted to the body. Similar is the case with other problems, medical problems like diabetes or cancer or stroke or brain tumor, leukemia, etc. These are disturbances caused by the brain which affect the body and not the other way around. So never ever believe if someone says his body was suffering from diabetes and that diabetes reached his brain. No, it started in the brain, percolated into the body, and after a saturation point, the same disturbance remained in the brain, and so it affected the brain. Leukemia, cancer, stroke, all these are vibrations that have happened or they were triggered off in the brain by some unknown electrical force from the ether. Yes, it is quite possible that some factors outside may have affected the brain. As a result of it, it was forced to attract these electrodes, etc. But even here, those factors were also because of some outside force only. I will tell. There are some people who are addicted to some vice. Now, we say he was addicted or she was addicted to this vice, and because of that, he or she got some disease or something. No, actually, the attraction towards the vice was born out of the problems in the brain, the trillions of cells in the brain, and they were activated by some unknown force from the ether. The ether triggered off some disturbance in the brain that resulted in addiction. That addiction affected the boy or the girl and his or her gross body, and then it all affected the person as a full person. This is my theory, which you may or may not appreciate. If you do, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos. Please pardon me for any error or mistake in my diction, spelling, grammar or appearance, etc. Because when I'm talking to you on serious spiritual matters, I cannot concentrate on these frivolous things. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan